Hey guys, Chris and PJ here live in the Dream Giveaway Garage.
Happy Monday, day after Easter, Chris.
Happy Monday to you, PJ. Did the Easter Bunny bring you anything good this year?
Yeah, I got lots of good stuff from the Easter Bunny.
There you go.
And I hope you did too.
Oh yeah, my wife and I, we had a great Easter. So thank you for asking. Hope you guys did as well. And a blessed one.
That's right.
Yeah. So PJ, who was it in the Easter Bunny costume? Are you going to admit to anything?
No, I can't record things and be in a bunny costume at the same time.
I see.
But I wasn't recording, so.
So you figured out from there. So I promised you guys, actually I made a blooper. I said Sunday morning you could go online, we'd have a brand new giveaway. But it had launched this morning.
You were tricked by the fact that April 1 was today.
That's correct. I thought it was yesterday, but it's today. Have you guys seen what it is? Who's out there? Who knows what it is?
Should we take a look?
Let's take a look.
All right.
Okay.
Look at this.
Tell you, no fooling. I meant that on purpose. It doesn't get any better. It doesn't. Anywhere in the world. Here's why. Plum crazy, you already know that. 1970, you might not have known that. Get in here on that air cleaner, will you, PJ? 440 Magnum 6-pack. Wow. Wow. Look at the restoration.
Look at that engine, Chris.
Look at that engine.
It's huge.
390 horsepower. Super rare. One of 1,600 and maybe 40 RTs produced in 70 that had the 440 6-pack. Was there a bigger engine than that? Not displacement-wise. Of course, a Hemi would have cost you a few more bucks. But as you may have learned from Dream Giveaway over the years, the street racers preferred the 440 because it was a little bit lighter. That 426 was a heavy elephant back in the day. What a restoration on this. Now here's the thing. Guess who owned it? No, not PJ and not me. Guess who owned it?
Chris, it could be anybody, really.
Could be anybody. The president? No, not that president. The president and the CEO of Chrysler.
What?
The president and the CEO of the Chrysler Corporation and of Chrysler Daimler. Am I saying that right? Own this car. Own this car. Had it restored, spent over $90,000 in restoration, costs, parts, and receipts, and went out of his way to find every remaining new old stock part he could for this restoration. That's how amazing this grand prize is, and it's just half of the grand prize. We'll talk about the other half in a bit. But now here's the icing on the Easter egg. I don't mix metaphors here, ladies and gentlemen. Come over here and see.
Look at the color on this thing, Chris.
What do you see, PJ?
Look at that.
What do you see?
First shifter handle.
It's a pistol grip 4-speed 440 6-pack Plum Crazy, owned by the president of the Chrysler Corporation.
The Oklahoma, nobody says CEO of Chrysler, too.
CEO, president and CEO. His
Wow.
name was, and his name still is, James Holden or Jim Holden. And, and I've got a binder of receipts, well, maybe about that, showing everything that Jim had done on this car, part of that restoration, and a little bit of handwritten note showing how much money he spent on it, over $90,000 in restoration costs. It is the ultimate 1970 Plum Crazy 440 6-pack Challenger on Earth. Maybe even in the solar system, maybe even in the galaxy,
Chris,
maybe even in the known universe.
You have been so chomping at the bit to give everybody some clues
on this thing.
I've been
trying for weeks to tell you guys that we had something.
And this is, like you said, just half
It's just
of
half.
what we got going on
So
here.
the other half, it's not here today. It's at American Car Craft getting some mods done to it. In 1923, let's try that again. In 2023, Dodge did the Last Call series. One of the limited editions was called the Super Stock. The super stock is mostly Demon, but a little bit of Jailbreak and a little bit of Red Eye. 807 horsepower. It's got 18-inch wheels on it like the Demon. It's got the raised white leather tires. Only 27 of them were produced in Plum Crazy. Only 27. Guess who got one?
Amazing.
And guess who's going to get that and this if you have that lucky ticket. Today is the first day to enter. Shout out to you if you got the very first entry.
Well, we got some comments here. Roger says, great Mopar launch.
Really excited about this one, guys.
Alan says, happy April Fool's Day. Live your Purple People
Not
Eater.
Not a joke.
That's right.
Not at all.
Yeah, actually, Chet said, so glad it's not an April Fool's joke.
Oh, yeah, us too.
Larry West says, we've outdone ourselves with this one.
We outdid ourselves again on this one. So think about it. Way back in 2013, PJ, is it up there?
Well, there's some 2013s up there. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I don't know if you can get over here and safely not show anything top secret.
No, it's all good.
Can you?
Yeah.
Well, I think you just gave something away. There you go.
Plum
That's
Crazy
better.
right there.
Okay.
In 2013, we gave away.
That's it. 2013 gave it away. Now stay up there and come all the way back over. This is the first time in 11 years that we've had a pair of Plum Crazy Challengers. And that time it was Plum Crazier. This time it is Plum Craziest.
Now, everybody wants to know when you're going to fire this up.
Friday.
Friday. We're going to fire this up.
Fire it up on Friday. 446 pack. Gorgeous car. Gorgeous car, ladies and gentlemen.
What's the mileage? Roger wants to know.
You know, that's a good question.
What is the mileage on this thing, Chris?
I didn't look and see.
Let me see if I can zoom in here and see what it is. 41,518?
Correct. And PJ, you'll have to look at the title and see if that's exempt.
Yeah.
I do not know if it's rolled over or not. But it doesn't matter because the president of Chrysler wrote the checks to get this car done right? Let's face it, he probably didn't have to worry about, writing the checks.
What would you have done if you were the president or CEO of Chrysler and you said, okay, this is what I want from the works? What is on here that is, the works package, other than the engine?
Understood. But one of the things, again, he went out and sought all the new old stock parts, not restoration parts. So if it needed something, and I don't know, I'd have to go through the binder, and we've got plenty of time to do that. But say that it needed an alternator. Instead of buying one at the AutoZone, he went and found a new old stock one that had never been installed on a 446 pack car and had that installed. So he recreated how this car would have come off the factory line, down to the chalk marks, the daubs, and actually the quality of the paint here is superior to what would have come off the factory line in 1970. Beautiful car. Say, for example, the distributor was wrong. He didn't go buy a used one. He would have found a new old stock distributor. Here's the extent. Here's the extreme that he went to. New old stock mufflers. Mufflers. He put new old stock mufflers on it. Who does that? The president of the Chrysler Corporation. And now you can be the next owner of it.
Roger wants to know, how old is the restoration?
So I believe that it was done between 2006 and 2010. And that is really amazing because it looks like it was done yesterday. But that speaks to the quality of this rotisserie restoration, right? What a car. What a car. And again, just half of the grand prize. Also an 807 horsepower, one of 27 Plum Crazy Super Stock Hellcat from the Last Call series. Last of the Hellcat V8 supercharged. Woo-hoo.
And everybody's asking to fire it up, but we have a meeting going on just next to us, so unfortunately we'll have to wait till Friday.
Please, we promise. We'll fire it up on Friday.
And what's it going to sound like, Chris?
Classic Mopar muscle. And here's the thing. When we fire it up, you're really not going to hear the six-pack as much as you would when it was under load on the street, but it's going to be classic muscle car all the way for you. Remember, the 446 pack was underrated. They rated it at 390 horsepower, but the 4-barrel 440 was 375. Guesstimates are that the horsepower on this are closer to 425. So think about that for a minute. And what an incredible Mopar. I just can't say enough great things about this being the ultimate in 1970 Challengers in Plum Crazy.
So 25 Nations says essentially it's a new car.
Really is. Yeah, it really is, without the cup holders and without the airbags.
Would it be more rare if it was if the shaker was on it? Bobby wants to know.
If what now?
The shaker?
So remember, there's a 426 Hemi that's available, and this is the hood that came with a 440 6-pack. So, no, the only Challenger more rare in 70 and Plum Crazy would be a Hemi car. Yeah, but the president of Chrysler didn't own a Hemi Plum Crazy now, did he? He owned this one. So when we found out that this one was available to give away to you guys, do you think we're going to say no? We said yes.
John wants to know if there's a build sheet and /
Yes.
window sticker.
Yes, absolutely. We'll show them throughout the next few weeks.
Beautiful.
Today's your first peek at the 446 pack 4-speed pistol grip. You know what I totally didn't mention during this whole entire video? It's a super drag pack car. Wow. You know what that means?
More performance?
Correct. Came from the factory with 410 gears, power disc brakes up front, the 4-speed that you've already seen. So a super drag pack car from the factory, not upgraded. Extremely rare, extremely desirable.
Amazing.
How many thumbs up are out there right now?
We got a lot of thumbs up. Is this going to be a huge Mopar?
It's going to be a huge Mopar giveaway. We expect this to be bigger than the one in 2013. You guys are in on it first.
What year was the when we did it in 2013? What year did
70.
we do
It was a 70 car. Yep. Can look at it there. Power antenna. No, my bad. No, took the antenna off so that the car cover could
Just for
stay.
transport, yeah.
Yep. And if you take another look here at that 4-speed pistol grip from this side, I think you'll agree that this is a Plum Crazy car for you.
Look at the back seat here, Chris.
Beautiful.
We've had a couple of visitors in the garage this week who are really super impressed by this particular car.
Okay, first time doing it. You ready, PJ?
All right, let's hear
You
the
ready,
door.
Larry? Let's do it. There we go.
Wow, that's loud.
Yeah.
That's solid.
And look at the lines. Look at the gaps. Look at the lines on it. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And it's, of course, it's got those road wheels on it, the 5-spoke as we call them. We'll show you the window sticker later in the week.
Yeah, a lot going on with
Yeah,
this one.
that is so cool. And one more shot, PJ, before we end the video today.
So this
That
launched
446
today.
Huh?
This launched today.
Launched today on April 1st, runs through end of
February?
End of
Yeah.
February of 2025.
I mean, there's a lot going on here, Chris.
A lot going on here. You can see there's that power disc brake setup, the master cylinder setup. And there are front disc brakes, of course. Power steering car, you can see the reservoir there.
You even said the chalk lines and everything like this are
Yeah.
just sitting in here.
Yeah. Gorgeous car. So, value on something like this? 150 grand, maybe more, guys. And that's just half of the price.
Alan says, I had a yellow and black 69 RT with a 383 pistol grip
Yeah.
shifter.
Well, there you go. And speaking of yellow 383s, or butterscotch 383s, we're going to be setting up that awards ceremony for sometime in April. So stay tuned for that.
Floyd has a question about the tires. Are those polyglass tires from 1970? That's a good question.
Wow. So here's a question. Are those new old stock tires from 1970. Boy, I'm going to have to look that up. And I'll have to give our friends over at Kelsey Tire a call and send them a couple pictures, and they'll know for certain if those are repros or if they're originals from 70. I wouldn't have doubted that the president of Chrysler would be able to find new old stock ones.
Patrick says, that's a beautiful ride. Don't know if I'm more excited for that or the Super Stock.
Super Stock's quite the car. Quite the car. This is quite the legendary muscle car.
Well, just
from
the color
Dodge
itself.
history. Yep, and the color matches really, really well.
Can you imagine driving down the road and everybody's looking at this purple, amazingly coupled, and this is plum crazy?
Yep, I agree. Well, I'm going to keep that hood open. I'm going to shut this door. We're going to remind you guys, always the best giveaways are here and here only at Dream Giveaway, Dream Giveaway Garage. Because if we don't love them, why should we not? Why should we give them away if we don't love them, right? And we love every vehicle here that we're giving away, and this one is our latest, our greatest. We're so excited for this newest Challenger Dream Giveaway. Right, PJ?
Pretty wild, and it's not an April Fool's joke.
Not an April Fool's joke. It's here. All right, guys. Hey, Kathy, shout out to who won the Easter egg contest.
Oh yeah, she had a big Easter egg contest this weekend, and it was all about, I guess, trying to figure out which vehicle the Easter Bunny was hanging in.
And
so
which vehicle was it, PJ? Do we know?
It was the Silverado.
It was the Silverado.
That's part of
over
the
there
package.
in the corner.
Yeah.
So there we go. Guys, thanks for watching us today. Lots to share about this new Mopar Dream Giveaway. PJ?
A couple more questions. Do you have to put lead additives to the gas to prevent detonation on this?
No.
No?
No. Got to put high octane though.
Good deal.
And if you don't put ethanol free, then you need to put some ethanol treatment in there as well, so you don't foul up those 3 2 barrels.
Alan says I'm going plum crazy on donations.
Do it. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. More great fun, more great action. PJ, do you have anything else to add?
No, we're good. We're good.
Tomorrow, live.